All right, so today we're diving into something pretty special, actually. It's a tradition from Kuman
Right.
that you brought to our attention.
That's right. Yeah.
It's called Bhitauli,
Mm-hmm.
and from what we've seen, it really focuses on a very special bond.
A very special bond.
The bond between a brother and his married sister.
Yeah, and it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The heart of it is this act of a brother visiting his sister
After she's married. Right?
after she's married. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bringing gifts.
Right.
And in the past, this practice, might have reassured the woman that she's still connected to her birth family.
Especially because she's, married and might be far away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, marriage
Mm-hmm.
could mean real distance,
Right.
less contact,
Yeah, and less connections.
and less connection.
Yeah.
So this was really important.
Now, what I thought was really fascinating was this
Oh, yeah.
idea that the married woman never actually says the name of the month when Bhitauli happens,
Right.
because she believes that it might actually prevent her brother from visiting.
It's so interesting, right?
Yeah.
It really highlights
Yeah.
these subtle, layers within cultural practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the sources mentioned how the sisters will ask their mothers, indirectly,
Right.
Ma, when will Bhitauli come?
Right. When will it come?
Yeah, creating this, sense of anticipation.
Yeah.
And the mother replies, oh, it'll just arrive unexpectedly.
Yeah, unexpectedly. Adds to the charm.
It's charming, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's dive into
Let's get into the specifics.
the specifics. Yeah,
What kind of gifts?
what are we talking about here? What are the gifts?
So traditionally, you'll see things like money,
Okay.
new clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and they love these homemade sweets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what kind? So things like malpua and singo,
Okay.
which are these fried dough treats. But you know what they really emphasize in the sources
Yeah.
is that it's not really about the gifts themselves.
Think about the brother's presence.
It's about the presence
Yeah.
and the time they spend together.
Right?
That's what really strengthens that bond
After the marriage.
after the marriage.
Yeah. So it's not about
Not just presence,
presence. Yeah.
but presence.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
What happens
What happens?
if a woman doesn't have a brother?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really interesting
Okay.
because it shows, the community's support.
Yeah.
So other male relatives will step in.
Like her.
So like uncles or cousins,
Oh, okay.
they can fulfill that role,
Wow.
underscoring that kind of collective care
Yeah.
within the extended family.
So they really emphasize that they really take care of each other.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not something new, right?
This is not new.
No, this goes way back.
This is deep-rooted.
The sources even mention folklore and songs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is another fascinating aspect.
Yeah.
There are folk songs dedicated to Bhitauli.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there's this lyric.
Okay.
Behen ki ahyen nendargei bai, Bhitauli layona.
What does that mean?
It means, my eyes have lost sleep, for my brother has not yet brought my Bhitauli.
Oh, wow.
That's,
It's powerful.
yeah. And you can really feel,
You can feel it.
the emotion.
Emotion.
And, the anticipation.
Yeah.
And it shows you how important it is
Across generations.
across generations.
Yeah. Wow.
So thinking about that,
Yeah.
how do you think Bhitauli has kind of adapted
Today's world, right?
to the modern world?
Yeah, because things have changed so much.
Things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
And this is a really important point about how traditions evolve.
Yeah.
The sources acknowledge
Yeah.
that in modern life,
Yeah.
brothers might send digital transfers
Right, because it's easier.
easier or connect through video calls.
Right, it's just practical.
Yeah, it's practical.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
They say that it's not quite the same.
It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
The sources suggest that those digital interactions
Yeah.
don't really capture the essence
Of being there.
of being there.
Of that in-person visit.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharing a meal,
Reminiscing.
reminiscing,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah. It's not just a quick phone call. It's
Not a quick phone call.
it's spending time.
It's quality time.
Yeah.
And so
So even though.
technology can help,
Yeah.
Bhitauli is still that opportunity
To really connect.
and really nurture those bonds
Yeah.
in a much deeper way.
So essentially,
Bhitauli at its core.
is this tradition from Kuman,
Right.
and it's this symbol
This symbol of
That's-
support.
between brothers and sisters.
And it's more than gifts.
Yeah.
It's about connection
It's about connection
and reassurance.
and reassurance.
Yeah.
And thinking about it more broadly.
It makes you think about how we maintain those connections
In their own lives, yeah.
in our own lives.
That's a really good point.
Right.
Yeah.
And how we express care
Through gestures.
through meaningful gesture.
So understanding these traditions.
These traditions like Bhitauli.
Yeah.
They give us these amazing insights
Into
humanity. Yeah.
and how societies like preserve
Their value.
their values.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.